Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again with another Across the Timeways card review, and we have 3 epic cards to review that just got revealed, including a minion that can bring back any wild minion. Leroy, Baran, Astalor, whatever, it can summon it, so that's kind of interesting, as well as a new rewind card, a pretty insane taunt, like really could be pretty good. So we'll go over all these cards. If you want to win these cards, we're giving away 2 regular pre-orders and now 3 mega bundles as we hit another 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so thank you for that. To enter that giveaway, like and comment on the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. And if we manage to hit another 1,000 subs by the time all the cards are revealed, we will add another mega bundle to that giveaway. So hit that sub button, make me go Baroque. So we're still on the neutral train. We're gonna be on that for the rest of the week. So again, if these cards don't seem amazing, it doesn't mean the set sucks. We'll have to wait and see if the class cards are any good. Regardless, we have a brand new dragon that's going to be really annoying if Imbue Paladin becomes good again, where it's an 8 mana, 4/12 taunt with Death Rattle. You summon a random minion from the past. So if you're not aware what from the past means, basically any card that's in wild and not like legal standard, although the core set I think has weird things where it says it's in the core set but it's also part of an expansion, so you might see some of those type of cards, but you could see something like the Jailer, you could see Thaudius come out, or you could see, you know, Murloc Tinyfin, or you could see, you know, something really bad for you like Bone Lord, and you all of a sudden you got 3 turns to try and kill your opponent, which could be good, could be bad. You just never know. This has some Death Rattle synergies, obviously, as a Death Rattle card, and like you got Bonfired Warlock to cheat it out or whatever, but overall, I can't imagine you're playing this in your deck, like hard running it. What I think it is, you know, the usual created by dragon thing, or, you know, you can get this off of Nebula as a shaman now, right? Which probably isn't a great hit, but you never know. Maybe it's the best option. You've been offered Grunty and like Caflifero or whatever it's called. And yeah, I'm going to take Amber Warden. Thank you very much. And maybe it's something pretty crazy. You never know. You could get Rattlegore, right? It could be Rattlegore, something crazy like that. So obviously insane variants. You can't rely on anything with this card. At the end of the day, it's an 8 mana 4/12 taunt. Probably not going to be a meta card in any constructed deck that I can think of, even though there's dragon synergies and all of that. We will give it a 1 out of 5 in standard, a 1 out of 5 in wild, but like I like to say, it can be a decent pick in the arena. Next, we have a taunt minion that's pretty damn impressive. Like, this could be a realistic card to play. The Futuristic Forefather. It is a 4 mana 4/4 taunt minion, so back-to-back taunts with Battle Cry. You look at 3 cards. You guess which one is in your opponent's hand to gain 4 health. I'm assuming it's the minion that gains the health and not your hero, but it should say your hero's health, right? I assume this is a 4 mana 4/8 taunt, and that's pretty damn good, right? You play that early in the game and you hit that, that's pretty solid. And typically it's not that hard to guess what's in your opponent's hand. It could be the coin. You know, they've mulliganed away a bunch of cards and they got something stuck in their hand. You know, it might be something expensive. Everybody's playing the same decks, right? Everybody's net decking. I'm one of them, or at least a lot of people are. Not everybody. I'm sorry, not everybody. But there's a pretty good chance you're going to guess correctly and you get a really large taunt. And this doesn't have rewind, so you can't try and guess again or anything like that. But is this worth a deck slot? Maybe in a very defensive deck, or like a deck that's just trying to stay alive. And it really depends on how consistently you can hit it. But if you can consistently hit a 4 mana 4/8 taunt on curve, that's really annoying and really quite good. It's really going to be an interesting one to see how it plays out. I'm leaning towards the fact that it probably doesn't make the cut, but it absolutely could be one of those things that can, and then you can like buff this up and do other things. There's possibilities for it. And yeah, I mean, I guess if it gives your hero 4 health, that's pretty good too. That wouldn't even be that bad. So I'm guessing it's the minion regardless. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, but I could see it being a meta card and being like a 3 out of 5 style card that you do end up playing as just a really good defensive option, or maybe aggressive. I don't know. It's a really like a 4/8 for 4. That's a lot of stats. We just saw an 8 mana 4/12, right? Was it a 4/12 or yeah, the 4/12, the Amber Warded. It's not that much less stats, right? So at the end of the day, it could see some play, but I'm going to go with a 2 out of 5 in standard, a 1 in wild, where again, just a 4 mana taunt. Like you could do the Oaken summons into the injured card right now, and you don't see that in wild like at all anymore. And that gave you 6 armor and you got a bigger body. So overall, we'll give it a 1 in wild, but again, look out for this one. It might have a chance. And then next, we have a dragon that can actually do some sporking. This looks a little bit spooky in the Conflux Crasher. This is a 7 mana, 7/7 dragon with a rewind, meaning you can try and redo what it does if you don't like how it lands. With a battle cry, deal 7 damage to a random enemy. That includes the face. This can go face. This can be 7 mana go face, or if you have that new double battle cry minion on the board, that could be 14 that could go face or might not. But with the rewind, you can get a better shot at hitting what you want to hit. So that could be quite nice. But it's a 7 mana 7/7 that doesn't really do much else. And even if there's like 6 minions on the board, you have rewind, you're still very unlikely to hit what you want to hit, right? Like you really want to isolate this down to like a 50-50 on what you want to hit. And for 7 mana, that could be really hard to do. I don't imagine this is something worth running with Narrowlax, right? I can't see that. And it shouldn't work with a Shutter Block, right? At least it can work on a minion, but if it went face, it wouldn't hurt because this directly does damage, unlike Fire Act, which for some reason works with Shutter Block. So there are Battle Cry synergies out there. Obviously, Dragon synergy is not an amazing card to hit off like the imbue things going on in Paladin if you are playing that deck. Overall, it's probably a created by option, a random card, something you probably don't want to hard run in your deck. Maybe you put this into Zarimi Priest for some lethality. That's a possibility, maybe, but that deck has not been really, you know, anything since Narrowlax got nerfed. And there are dragon support, and we have an infinite attack dragon, so maybe that'll resurrect that archetype. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't think Conflux Crasher is going to be crashing into any Hearthstone decks these days. So yeah, we'll probably I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in standard. It's not the worst card in the world, but it's very unlikely to see play. And of course, in wild, I'll give it a 1, although this is pretty sick to stack into a Shutterwalk, right? Infinite Shutterwalk, deals 7 damage every time. That's pretty sick, but you know, do you really need that? There's other cards that can just go face and do other things like that. That's probably not worth the cut, so we'll give it a 1 for wild. So that's all the cards for now. We'll have one more review later today. There's a bunch more neutral cards, so should be a pretty packed video, but thought I'd give you guys a start to the day with some epics, and yeah, we'll finish off the day with a bunch of cards, and we'll see if any of them look remotely playable. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.